Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks. Come on now. I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. This is not an item I would typically associate with this establishment, but I was doing a review anyway and I was hungry. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to be my one of my Static X shirts. You got Zero, and you got the guitarist. It's a whole thing. Bassist, the drummer. It's a whole band. But if you happen to be unfamiliar with the band Static X, they've actually been around since, I want to say, the mid-90s. Basically, it was started up by lead singer Wayne Static and the bassist Tony Campos, who, basically got the whole project rolling, kind of built from there. Their heyday was definitely in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was kind of when the nu metal scene was really huge, so, you had Ozfest going on, and great showcase for bands pretty much exactly like this. They broke out with their song Push It. Their first album was called Wisconsin Death Trip, which is still an absolute amazing album to this day. Really love these guys. Sadly, never got to see the band perform live while Wayne was still around. He passed away about a decade ago now at the time I'm doing this. But when they did their whole revival thing with the Project Regeneration stuff, I jumped on board. I've seen them perform live a few times since then. I've actually got videos of their performance on the channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check those out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their stuff is concerned, because I think they're a great band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it not something I would usually associate with this location? Well, folks, that's because I decided to hop on out to Boom Dairy Queen. And I just got through reviewing one of their blizzards of the month, which is the French Silk Pie Blizzard. And while I was there, now the thing is, Dairy Queen, they have different types of locations. They have their standard ones. They also have what is known as Grill and Chill, which are the ones that have the food stuff, hamburgers and all that good stuff. But they do offer some food options, even at just their normal ones. And one of the things that they offer... Open! Is a hot dog. Just a basic bitch hot dog. Yeah, man. Hot dog from Dairy Queen, I guess. And they did have a few different varieties of sorts. Basically shit you could put on top of it. They had chili dog, chili cheese dog. I just got a basic one. And they're like, what do you want to put on it? Well, folks, I went over there and I just put ketchup on it. That's right, Illinois. Deal with it. I do what I want. Okay? Even within your borders. I mean, it looks like a basic bitch hot dog, but let's find out together. Let's get a thing for the thing, kinda. It's a hot dog with ketchup on it. Ha 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 ha! Dairy Queen hot dog. That would be a good band name, wouldn't it? Dairy Queen hot dog. Little wordy, but I think you could make it work. I mean, say what you will, it's not a terrible hot dog. It's basic as shit, but in an instance like this, all you're really hoping for is that the hot dog itself is at least, somewhat decent quality. And I would say that actually I think this is. It's a nice, dense hot dog. It doesn't feel like it's just full of filler or anything like that. It doesn't feel like a cheap hot dog. Probably not like Vienna beef, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, essentially an all-beef hot dog or something close to it. It's got some density to it, you bite into it, it's got some springbacks. I like that. The ketchup is just basic bitch ketchup, of course. I like ketchup on a hot dog. Like I said, in Illinois, if you're unfamiliar, Illinois, especially the Chicago area, there's this whole thing with hot dogs and ketchup. Like, you're not supposed to do it. A lot of places won't even offer you ketchup. Some places will charge you more if you want it. It's this weird little kitschy thing. I don't know where it started or why, but it's a thing. I've grown up in Illinois, close to Chicago, my entire life. I didn't realize this was a thing until my late teen years. And my dad grew up in Chicago for most of his life, and he proudly put ketchup on his dogs. So I don't know, but I still do it. But yeah, I mean, the hot dog itself is fine. The hot dog bun is just a basic hot dog bun. There's no frills to it. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's a basic hot dog. The hot dog itself, not half bad for what it is. You know, again, nothing, to write home about, but not a bad hot dog. It's juicy. Mind you, I've had gas station hot dogs that tasted about as good, or if not a little bit better. But that doesn't mean that I think this is a bad hot dog. Not at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't prepared along similar lines as, basically what they do at gas stations. I worked at a gas station, so, probably on a roller or something like that. It's obviously not going to be put on a grill or anything. I mean, that'd be cool if they did, but, it's fine. It's not throwing anything that you're not expecting at you, but at the same time, it's got a decent flavor to it. That's just a basic, honest, good hot dog. Not the best hot dog you're going to ever have, but far away from being the worst. I'm perfectly down with it. Nice little lunch for myself. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Sure, and sure, I guess. Like, here's the thing. Would I go to Dairy Queen specifically for a hot dog? No. However, would I go to Dairy Queen for something else that is more their speed, blizzards or smoothie or whatever, frozen stuff, and maybe on occasion get a hot dog to accompany it? Yeah, sure, why not? I think the hot dog itself was around $3 or so. Maybe a little pricey, but not too bad. I think for the hot dog and the blizzard, and I got a big ass blizzard, it was like about $15. So most of that was just the blizzard. The hot dog, for being what it is, it's not bad, and like I said, it would for me strictly be an issue of convenience. Just if, again, if I just was like, all right, I want a blizzard, but maybe I also want, a hot dog for the road or whatever. Sure, it's a decent enough hot dog. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a perfectly fine hot dog, But again, it's definitely not a destination item. It's not something that I feel that, Dairy Queen is obviously known for, but I don't mind that it's, there as an option. And I think if nothing else, if I were to go over there and maybe review another one of their dogs, maybe I'd do a chili cheese dog and find out if it's basically just the same gas station stuff that I used to sell. But if I'm recommending it, again, firmly comes down to convenience. If you've ever been to a Dairy Queen and thought to yourself, I wonder what a Dairy Queen hot dog tastes like, and should I potentially get one if I'm really hungry? Sure. It tastes like a normal hot dog. It's not bad. I've had way worse hot dogs in my life. It does what it needs to do. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It does come available with other condiments you can put on it, mustard, relish, shit like that. Obviously, I just went for the ketchup. It worked fine for me. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly hot dog-tastic rest of your life with whatever condiment you want on it, as long as, it's within reason. Scorpion venom. Well, I mean, if you're a real baller and you don't mind, all kinds of problems, maybe you could make that happen. But apparently scorpion venom's extremely expensive. Anti-venom stuff, I guess. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it, I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal opinion on hot dogs and condiments? Do you have stuff that you particularly like? Yeah, do you just like them plain? What's your overall go with it, And where you're from, do they have any sort of wacky rules, with food like, again, Chicago and ketchup? Because, I'm sure there's other ones out there. Like, Chicago and ketchup is a somewhat famous one, but again, I live near Chicago, so. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear that stuff, But anyway.